Hi guys, it's me, Rachel, aka Pretty Little Makeup Geek, and I am here today to tell you guys a recap slash review of Pretty Little Liars, episode 517, The Bin of Sin. Now, the first scene is the girls talking about the bin and how the storage room is under Hannah's name, and Hannah's scared, because who wouldn't be? She's pretty much getting framed for murder. I swear, always Hannah. Something always happens to Hannah that involves the police. Hannah and Spencer. Those two are just bad. So, yeah, Hannah wants to get everything out of there, and the girls tell her not to. So, that pretty much is that scene. Then, oh, yeah, Talia. Which I knew why she said about, Ezra's, butt being, cute or not. Was a total thing to see if Emily is lesbian. Because in the next scene is Talia asking Emily if she's dating Ezra or if Ezra is hers or something, because Emily told her to back off of Ezra because of Arya. So that happens, and then we go to Ashley and Hannah talk, and pretty much Ashley tells her daughter to lie for her. Does it ring a bell for anybody? Mrs. De Laurentiis maybe said the same thing to Allison. I understand Allison was a lot younger. Yes, I understand that, but still, why let your daughters hide your affairs for you? Be a woman and just tell Pastor Ted what's up. That's just my opinion. Though, if he finds out from somebody else, he's gonna break up with you. At least this way you tell him you made a mistake, and guess what? He's a pastor. He's all about forgiveness. He'll probably forgive you. But, yeah. My note talks about Pastor Ted. She's still a slut. That's just my opinion of her. You guys could like her. I don't. There's still gonna be a reason why everyone hates her, and I can't wait to find out what it is. Maybe she knows who Bethany is. Maybe she knows Allie was alive. Something that will make us hate her. And honestly, if she knows who Bethany is, and kind of knew what was going on since last how many years, that would probably make me mad at her and hate her. But other than that, I can't imagine what could possibly be the reason of us hating her. Do I have lipstick on? Yes, I do. Always rubbing lipstick off with you guys. That sucks. Yeah, it totally went on my fingers. Okay. So the next scene, Toby goes through Allison's files, and he's going through when she gave the lie detection test, and how Holbrook's the one that signed off on it. And then there was Mona's the lie detection test, and Mona's murder, and I don't know if he's tampering with the files, because Gianna and Megan, PLL freaks, I watch them all the time, was saying that maybe, actually it wasn't Megan, it was Megan's sister that was in this one, and they were just talking about how, Gianna was saying that maybe Toby was tampering with the files before Detective Tanner came. I don't know. I think myself he's trying to figure out if Holbrook is in the wrong. That's what I think. I don't think he was doing anything shady or sneaky in that part. But then Tanner comes and pretty much tells him, because he tells her about the lie detection test, and how lie detection, I guess it doesn't make a difference, lie detector test, and tells her how he thinks Holbrook is involved with Allie and how people seen them kiss. And Tanner told him something she should have told him 3 episodes ago. I'm sorry, but she should have, because he should not have been in that room with Jason watching those videos. But she pretty much tells him, you've been a cop for 2 minutes, and you're accusing a higher authority than you? Sit down, or she was pretty much gonna do something. You're probably gonna disbarred him. My lips look spotty. Disbarred him or something. I don't know. But she should have told him that literally since the start. He should not be involved in her case whatsoever. But this is what happens when you put someone who's friends with everybody that's on trial for murder. I don't know. You get what I'm saying though. She shouldn't have let him be her little prodigy type thing. I don't know what you would call that. Mentor. I think she's mentoring him. I think she's the one that's teaching him the ropes and stuff. She should have let someone else do that because she's involved in a case that involves his friends, and that's conflict of interest. So, whatever. So that's my take on the NK. And then Spencer shows up before that though, and she's like, was going to tell him something about the storage room or something along. I think that's what she was going for. And then Tanner interrupts her, and then I just explain what happened there. And Tanner's all like, "Aren't you supposed to be in school?" And she's all like, "It's lunch break, so I'm good. But it's almost over, so I should leave." And then she leaves. So then after that, Arya tells Ezra that she got into the school. And he tells her, "Oh, I guess Jackie doesn't read all the submission letters." And she's like, "Well, actually, she did read mine, but you're not gonna like what it says." And pretty much. And she hands him the letter, and he reads it. And at first, to me, he kind of looked hurt, but he pretended like he wasn't. He pretended like he wasn't. I'm just saying. Because he loves Arya, and I think he wanted to try to understand why she wrote it at the start. He forced himself to believe that Arya did it so she could get in college. It has nothing to reflect truth. There's no truth to it. But I think he was a little hurt when he read it the first time. I'm just saying. I could be wrong. I don't know. So then she finally tells him about the letter. So now she has nothing for A to blackmail her for. So there's a spoiler out there that says that Arya gets... Sorry, spoiler alert. Arya gets blacked... If you guys want to... Let's get through this. Arya gets blackmailed into the A-team. So, what else could A have on her that he could or she could blackmail her for? So, I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think that was a false spoiler. Because she done told Ezra. And Arya has the perfect life. Unless... A digs up some old stuff like her kissing Jason or her kissing let's say random, but Ezra's freaking brother. I forget his name, but he's the guy off of Wizards of Waverly Place who is adorably hot. Mason from Wizards of Waverly Place, and then he's on Faking It too. If you guys watch Faking It, I love that show. But I digress. So. Arya's back in ooh, A can't touch me area again, which annoys me. There's something up with that. There's a reason why she can never be touched, but I'm not even halfway through the show, and it's already 8 minutes, but this is probably going to be a couple parts. I told her about the letter. So, Hannah is throwing all this stuff in a bag, and it's tools and bleach and all this stuff in there, and Caleb comes back home, and I guess she was skipping school because this has been during school hours, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm going back to the storage room. It's none of their names or your name underneath the owner of the storage unit, and I cannot be framed for murder and blah blah blah." And they pretty much decide to go back to the storage unit to see what's in the barrel and move everything and to just so she don't be a suspect of murder, which I honestly would have just said, "Hey, cops, I just found out. I did not know this. I got a letter." All she had to do was lie a little bit. She got a letter in the mail, or found out some way somehow. She could have made it so she's a good person and said, "Someone put a storage unit under my name. It's not mine." There's a such thing called as filing for fraud. A lot of people do it. When people take people's credit cards, when people use their names under stuff, when they get hospital bills, and I'm just saying, you could file fraud, and you could say, "That's not my storage unit. I did not do that. Someone is forging it to blackmail me." It's not that hard to get that off your back. All you had to say is, "Someone's framing me. Someone's been after me for how long? People just want to frame me." So yeah, that's what I would have did. If I was Hannah, I would have admitted to not being my storage unit, because it's not like she's lying that it's not her storage unit. She is lying how she found out it's not her storage unit. So, but whatever, these girls are stupid. This is why there's a show, because if it was me, there would be no show, because I would be like, no, I'm filing fraud. The first time A texts me, I play with body parts, not with dolls, I would have called the cops. Like, maybe I could have handled the Mona's, when it was Mona's game, and when it was just like, hey, I'm going to tell everyone you're dating the teacher. Like, I think I could have handled that, but the minute it turned into, I want to kill you and torture you, no, I would have so called the cops. There would be no show. There would only be 2 seasons. If it was me. But these girls are dumb. They just let themselves get tortured and abused and trained for no reason. So, whatever. So, after they go to the storage unit, let me see my notes. Oh, Jason and Ashley talk. And Jason, I think, wants more Ashley. But Ashley's trying to be a good girl. Sorry, I was checking my teeth again. I have problems, guys. Ashley pretty much tells him, I have a boyfriend. He asked me to marry him, and I want to say yes. And Jason looks disappointed. I just want to hug Jason and be like, I'll be your Ashley. Just call me Ashley if you want. I don't care. I don't care. He's so hot. I love me some Jason. So, yeah, that pretty much happens. And then... Okay, so then after that, Hannah and Caleb break in, and the storage room is completely empty. Like, when I say empty, I mean empty. And, all there's left is the barrel. Now, Caleb's like, should we open it? Hannah's like, if that's Mona, I'm not ready to see that. I can't look at that. Which, I kind of don't blame her, but I'm like, you came all this way, and you're not going to find out if there's a body in there, really. The most you could do is, like... at least open it like a smidge, and if it looks like there's like remains in there, just close it real fast. But like I said, this is me. This is my opinion. You guys might disagree with that. But I don't blame her, but at the same time, it's like, you did all this, you got a thing to break into the lock, you got bleach to get rid of the evidence, so you're already halfway through it, so just finish it. So after that, so the girls, all that happens. The girls all find out that the computer is moving and that Hannah has not been at school. So they put 2 and 2 together, which they were wrong, but they put 2 and 2 together, and they think that Hannah is moving with the computer. So they follow the tracking device to the computer, and it leads them to this, like, warehouse of, like, this ice cream circus thing called Boo Boo's Ice Cream, I think it was called. Something like that. And it's like this empty, abandoned warehouse. Very creepy, very scary. That's where they end up. Then there's another scene of Ezra reading the letter, and he looks more hurt and more distraught from it. And you could tell the letter's slowly getting to him. He's slowly starting to realize this could be true, what she's saying, and she's really feels like she missed out on a lot by dating me. And he's starting to feel bad for it. Again, I don't think Ezra's a good guy, but I do think he likes Arya, and I don't think that's fake. I just think that... I still think he's mixed up with the wrong people. That's my opinion, though. So after that... Oh, and the girls split up once they're at the warehouse, because that's the smart thing to do. That's why I put, yes, split up, because that's safe. That's what I put for my notes. Yeah, it's totally safe. This abandoned big warehouse of ice cream and goodies, that's like from maybe the 70s. That's what the clown looked like. It looked like a clown from the 70s. So I think it was like a really, really, really old place. And I think Spencer finds a rat in a bag of freeze-dried almonds. And Spencer finds... What does Spencer find? Spencer finds the computer. And on the computer, it shows Hannah and Caleb's conversation from before and how she wants to break in and get everything out of the storage room. Pretty serious. And it keeps replaying the same part over and over. I totally went so ahead, but it's okay. It's okay. So then, as Caleb and sorry for that silence. As Caleb and Hannah are walking out of storage unit, Detective Tanner and Toby is there, and they bump into them. So she kind of, and that's where it just goes to commercials. Like, oh, really? Just gonna show them bump into each other and then go to commercials? That's baloney, but whatever. So then it comes back and it goes right back to that scene, and pretty much what happens is Detective Tanner is kind of questioned him, kind of being suspicious. What are you doing here? Caleb makes the excuse that he's looking for a storage unit, and he wanted to see the different sizes and what ones he wanted. I guess that worked. They're under pressure, so I get that. And then Hannah is like, keeps going like this with her bag, and like she's like, yeah, I got nothing to hide, but being nervous at the same time. Like, she's trying to come off as like casual, but she's failing at it. And Detective Tanner catches up on that, and she's like, you nervous? And she's like, oh, you got somewhere to go, or you're nervous or something like that? And she goes, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the bathroom. I gotta go I gotta pee or something like that, she said. And then Detective Tanner, well, let's then go. And then they go, and Toby asks Tanner, do you need to call the manager so he can open the door for you, or get it shown the permit or whatever it is? And she goes, he's coming soon. But that's where that scene ends. So when Spencer finds the computer, going back to that, she's watching it, and then Arya comes in and is getting informed on what's going on. And then while they're talking, A takes the thing that Spencer put against the door to like hold it, and takes it and locks them in there. And I guess it's a freezer of some sorts, or not a freezer, just a storage room. And he put nitrous, that's what it was, nitrous oxide in there to freeze them, and or her. Like I said, A is gender neutral. Don't know if it's a he or she or shim or what. Could be Lucas because he's our Hermie. But like I was saying, so they're freezing. Emily comes and is like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Ah! And she's trying to open it. Can't open it. Trying to turn down the thermometer. Thermometer's not going down. She gets knocked out by something. I was writing down notes while this was happening, so I didn't get to see what she got knocked out by. But she's on the floor, and she's watching them freeze. I was like, oh my god, you're just gonna watch them? You're just gonna look at them? Really? You're not gonna try to do more? Like, you're really that stupid. She breaks and the nitrous oxide knocks her down. I don't know. You guys can comment what it was. But, so she then figures out there's a little nozzle knob twisty thing, those little things you twist like that. I don't know what those are called. I'm so ditzy. So she goes and she fixes it, and then she gets them out. End of the story, she gets them out. Like, I knew they wasn't gonna die, but I'm just like, you're really gonna watch them freeze to death? You're just gonna sit there stunned? And then it came to her how to save them, and then she saves them, and that's pretty much that. And then Tanner and Toby are in the storage room, and they go to the barrel. She opens it a little bit. I think she opens it a little bit, looks in there, tells Toby, call hazmat team, and tell them we need them here. So Toby goes and calls them and walks away, and she goes and she opens it again. She looks at it, and she's just like makes a, that's probably not the face she makes, but some kind of face she makes, and then looks down on the floor and sees little drops of blood. I don't know how there's drops of blood on there. It looked like fresh blood, like someone just pricked my finger and blood came out. Because if that was old blood, I think myself, it would have been stained in and brown. So where did that blood come from? Like, you have to think they kept a vial of Mona's blood, whoever did it, and put it there so I just don't get how it... They must have kept it in storage, that blood, Mona's blood. Or if Mona faked her death, kept her blood and just drip, drip, drip on the carpet to frame the girls. Which, I know a lot of people don't think Mona's bad, but let's be honest. Mona was the villain for the first 2 seasons, and kind of in the 3rd season too. Was the villain, and maybe she still is bad. Like, maybe she really hates the girls in Allison and is trying to get them all in jail, you know what I'm saying? So, by faking her death, or she was scared and she faked her death, and then A found blood that she had and put it on the carpets. Something like that had to happen. So after that, I think we're almost done. So after that, Jason and Ashley talk again, and they kiss, whatever. Go make out, go have better scenes. I wouldn't mind it because Jason, but at the same time, Ashley, figure out what you're doing with Pastor Ted first before you go and kiss Jason again. But I think it was Jason that kissed her, and she was like, no, I can't. But they're gonna end up being a couple. I have a feeling she's gonna break up with Ted and go to Jason. That's just my opinion on that. And then after that, Emily makes it back to the bookstore, bakery, whatever Ezra owns, and talks to Talia, and Talia tells her everything how. Oh no, she just pretty much. What was it? Oh yeah. She was making apples, I guess, for an apple pie, Talia, and she told Emily to watch the pan for her while she cleans up a bit, and it makes a fire, but because she gets a text, that's what it was. She gets a text from Spencer, I want to say, or Hannah about Toby, and she gets preoccupied and she burns everything. So then, I thought that said buys Arya a book. Okay, so then Arya's back home, safe like always, because she always ends up safe somehow, some way. No matter what it is, if she's getting blackmailed or if it's a physical thing, she always ends up getting saved at the end. All the girls do, though, so that's not anything special. But I'm saying Arya is like extra special always. But Ezra and her, I think she's at Ezra's place, and Ezra buys her a book and gives it to her, and he's like, I was so excited when I was going to school and stuff, and I understand if you don't think that you meant what you meant in your letter, but I know you did. There's some truth in that letter. And she's like, well, I'm just a good writer, or are you just a good liar, Arya? Which one is it, huh? I think it's both. She's a compulsive liar. Everyone always says she's a good liar on the show, just like that new character. I forgot his name, but the one that's moving into Spencer's house called her a good liar within 2.2 seconds of knowing her. Okay, not weird at all. But then, so Ezra pretty much tells her, if you want to take a break, I understand if you want to take a break during college and you want to see your options and seize the day and just not have anybody hold you back, especially me, because I robbed you of your high school years. And Arya's crying and she's like, I'll think about it, I think she says. So then that happens. Okay, and then Spencer and Hannah have a big fight at Spencer's house about Toby being there, and it's being a setup, and Toby is supposed to be on our side, and Spencer's fighting her, saying, well, we told you not to go there, you should have never been messing around in there, what was you doing in there, and blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And they just have a fight and a blowout, but they're both in the wrong. Just saying, Toby is no good because, that's my nail, Toby, that just fell off. Toby is no good because he's a cop, and he's supposed to be a cop to protect the girls, and the whole point of it to him to be a cop was to protect A, but now he's becoming a real cop, slowly, and just trying to abide by the law. But also Hannah could have handled that situation better too, so to me, both of those girls are in the wrong. Well, Spencer really's not in the wrong, but Toby and Hannah are both in the wrong, in my opinion. My hand's starting to hurt. So, after that, Talia and Emily pretty much talk, and Talia tells her, yeah, I said that thing about Ezra's butt because I wanted to see if you were interested in boys or girls, because I'm interested in you. So, new couple alert. Do I like Talia? She's pretty. Don't get me wrong, she's pretty. Way better upgrade than Paige, because I never found Paige to be pretty. The actress too. I'm not gonna sugarcoat and be like, I like the actress. It's not that I hate the actress. I don't find her pretty. You guys could tell me I'm ugly. Is this your opinion? That beauty is within the eye of the beholder. I don't find her pretty. So Talia is pretty, but there's something going on with her. She's gonna be involved some way. My foot's falling asleep. Some way, somehow she's gonna be involved in something. So I don't trust her. There's a weird angle. So I don't trust her either way. I can't get back to the angle I had. Okay. There we go. My blanket's showing. I'm sorry. I get cold, guys, and I put my blanket on my legs. Sorry. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Okay, so Tanner tells Toby, if that's Mona's blood that I found back at the thing, those are remains that are in the barrel. If they're human remains, we don't know, but I mean, she didn't have to say they're human remains to pretty much say they're human remains, but I think they are human remains. And she said, if that blood matches Mona's blood, your friends are the first ones I'm going to come in and ask questions. And I need to know if you know anything. And it pretty much goes to that. Now, we don't know if Toby squealed on them or if Toby was being the cop that he was supposed to be in the first place, which is pretty much to help the girls and not throw the girls all under the bus. But if he did say anything, I don't think it could go back to bite the girls. I don't know. See, this is where I'm split. Because Toby might be shady and he might say lies about the girls. That's the only thing that gets me. I don't know if Toby's shady or if Toby's a good guy right now. I'm undecided about that. I really have no clue. Okay, and then after that, the scene ends. And then... oh, and then Caleb and Emily. Oh my god, the cutest Caleb and Emily. Caleb and Hannah, the cutest moment ever. When Hannah was scared, she's like, I'm gonna go to jail and I can't go to jail. And he's like, fine, I'll go to jail too. If you're going down, I'm going down with you pretty much. And I was like, oh my gosh. Definitely one of my favorite couples. Definitely. Oh my god, they're so cute. Caleb, you know Caleb pissed me off during the whole Ravenswood scenario. He got his credit back into being a good guy. I think he's good, but a little crazy, but good. Okay, and then the last scene is Spencer calling Toby and telling him, I need to see you. I need to see you, Toby. Please come. And he's just like, I'm working late. And to me, it doesn't look like he's angry. It looks like he's sad and regretful, which makes me think he might have said something bad about the girls. For a reason, I don't know. Like I said, he could still be bad. Because he looked like he regrets something to me in his face. Looked like regret. That's just me, though. That's how I read the situation. And he lies to her that he has to work late. And she keeps saying, come on, please, please. And she's like pretty much crying at this point. And he's like, I'm working late. And he hangs up on her. And he goes in his truck, has his leather jacket on. And that's where the scene ends. And then final scene is an A scene. And it's someone trying to break in. A scene? No, I lied to you. That was last week's. This A scene was of the guy. A is at the warehouse, and he or she is like doing that little light thing when it's in the dark and it shows stuff. Black light, blue light, something like that. And he's like going over the doors. I say he a lot, he, she, but I call my dog who's a girl, so I'm not good with pronouns. I don't know what you call that. I'm really dumb, but I don't know who watches me, but you guys are wasting your guys' time, so blue lights everything, black lights everything, and there's handprints on the door. Now, I don't remember seeing this door. This door might have been somewhere, I don't know. So I'm gonna wrap this up because it's a half an hour, so that's where that scene ends. And pretty much it's probably gonna be Emily's handprint, Spencer's handprint, or Arya's handprint there. And they're probably gonna frame them saying they were there, and just cray. So the next week's looks pretty good. Holbrook is back, so he's not dead. I thought he was going to be the one in the barrel, not going to lie. But he's back in next week's episode. And Mike, for me, was suspicious because he kept telling Arya, don't go to the woods. And something, I want to say it was Emily is in the woods and something's going to happen to her or her car. I don't know. Something fishy goes on. So, yeah, that was pretty much the episode. I liked I didn't 100% like it, but I wasn't 100% The only thing that irritated me was the fact that we don't know if Toby squealed. I mean, we're not gonna know, but what was in the barrel for sure, they didn't show it. But like I said, Tanner could be shady too and could be lying there was something in the barrel. Or she put something in the barrel. You know? I don't know. But they didn't show it, and that's what made me mad because I wanted to see what was in there. Like I said, it could be the dog still. I still think it could be the dog that Allie adopted. Or Mrs. B, I should say, adopted before she died. But yeah, that was the episode. Give me your guys' thoughts in the comments of this episode. What you guys think of the episode. I thought it was a so-so filler episode. Next week still looks spectacular, especially the part where Holbrook is like to Hannah, how does girls like Allie become Allie? Or how does Allie become a girl like Allie? Or something like that to her. And then it looks like he's going to attack her or someone's going to attack him. I wasn't sure it was too fast. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like it, thumbs it up, please. Or thumbs it down, I guess. I got 1 thumbs down. That made me really sad. But yeah, I'm going to go. It's 31 minutes. This video is way too long. I can't believe it didn't cut off on me. But yeah, okay. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye, guys.